Are you really struggling to be motivated right now? You want to do something, but you're just holding yourself back. Well, today I'm going to cover how you can be more motivated. Welcome to the Self-Esteem and Confidence Mindset with me, Johnny Pardo, here to help you boost your self-esteem, confidence, and manage your self-talk. I've been in many situations in my life where it just seemed like there was too much to do and it just seemed boring, or I didn't want to do something even though it was good for me. And I've also talked to many friends and family and clients and people I've worked with in terms of, I'm really struggling to do this, but I've got no motivation. So let me go into my tips straight away for this. First of all, the first point I want to make is you need to focus on your drive rather than your motivation. Now, motivation usually is a short-term fix. Now, listening to motivational videos or watching motivational videos or whatever is good, and I recommend you do that regularly to get good stuff into your system, so therefore you feel good and better about life. But you need drive. That's what's key. You need a reason why to do something. And there's a great book, Start With Why, by Simon Sinek. And he talks about the best leaders, the most highest achievers, they focus on their why first. And this is also really important to feeling good and happy in life. Focusing on that why. So why do you want to do something? And you need to get real emotions to it. Get really deep. There's one exercise you can do, which is the 7 levels of why. It's an exercise by Dean Graziosi. He introduced it to me in his book, Millionaire Success Habits. And you start asking yourself why you want to do something 7 times, and you get to a deep emotional one. And it brings out this emotion and your drive for doing something. Because often we'll do something and we'll think, okay, I feel great. Like, I want to lose some weight. Okay, motivated for about a week. And then suddenly you stop, but you haven't got that true why, what it's going to give you. And it's deeper than, oh, I'm just going to lose some weight and look a bit better. It's like, I want to feel energetic. I want to feel amazing. I want to enjoy life. I want to feel with real sense of fulfillment. And it's probably deeper than that. But that stronger emotions, as I was getting then, rather than the start when I started talking about just losing weight. So you need this real strong why. The second point is link pain and pleasure. So what do I mean by this? When you feel good, sorry, that's the wrong word. When you do something, we associate it with pain or pleasure. So therefore, it gives us an incentive to do it. So, for example, if you want to lose weight, you may have been in the position of so much pain of eating so much and feeling lethargic and exhausted. And that's driving you over the pleasure of sitting on the city and just doing nothing. So therefore, what you start doing is really exercising. But then suddenly, this nice chocolate cake or pizza comes along, and that looks like a lot of pleasure. And the pain of eating that is you'd ruin your diet a little bit. But the pleasure is stronger, so therefore you give in, and then you lose your motivation, and then you start doing bad behaviours again. And willpower, by the way, might help you avoid it once or twice, but it's not going to last. You need to really change your associations. They're called neuro associations, what you associate things with, pain or pleasure. So you really need to start thinking about the pain of not doing something. So if, for example, you've got to do a report, or you're writing a book. Now let's use that as an example. So you're writing a book and you find it really hard to write a page or 200 words for the day. Now, your pleasure, if you do that, is that you'll be able to write a book. You'll be expressing who you are, being able to do a project. The pain may be, it's hard work, I'm exhausted, it's frustrating, stress, I'm having a bit of a mind block today, and that might overtake the pleasure. However, then you go on to the other area, which is the pain of not doing it. If you don't write this book, if you stop writing, stop this consistency, you won't have your book written. And then you go a bit deeper, you start looking at, right, if I don't get my book written, I won't get to be that author I want to be. I won't have that freedom. I won't have that enjoyment in life. I won't be who I truly am. You can see how I'm getting emotional here, because this is what I do. I use these drives to make me go forward. So really, really look at the pain and pleasure of things and the pain of not doing something to get you to go further even more. My third point is your subconscious. The subconscious is what goes on behind our conscious mind. So things we don't always access that are stored away in an unlimited storage in our brain. And if you're feeding a lot of negativity, hanging out with negative people, listening to dull music or just things that don't make you feel good, then that's going to affect your state, and therefore you're going to be less motivated. If you're listening, and as I talked about earlier, if you're listening to motivational tapes, listening to uplifting people all the time, that is going into your subconscious, and therefore that is going to drive your behavior. You're going to be more motivated. And then the fourth point is make it easier. Make it so much easier. We sometimes as human beings overcomplicate things. So for example, we'll want to start exercising, and we put like 2 hours a day. Now you do that for about a week and you think, this is exhausting, this is hard work, I'll give up. But if you just go for 20 minutes walking a day, well, ideally running if you can, and if you can't walk or run, just getting out there in the fresh air. If you try and do that as a minimum, therefore that's going to be something you can build on consistently, rather than starting too hard. And there's a great book called Atomic Habits, plural, by James Clear, where it really outlines how you can change your habits more consistently. And then my final point is, perhaps it should be my first point, is actually understand the source. Understand the reason why you're lacking motivation, because that's going to help you as well. Not just going, oh, I'm not motivated, I'm leaving it. But actually understanding your reason for a lack of motivation, because it might be you're holding yourself back for a fear or something like that. So getting out of your head and journaling it down, asking yourself that question, is going to help. So understand your reason for the lack of motivation as well. So those are my tips on how you can get more motivated. It's something I've had to use and talk about when I've worked through with clients. I've had clients who've been like, oh, I've just lost the motivation to do this, and I'm trying to do this and this. And then we let's say, okay, isn't that a bit too much you're trying to do? And then we've broken it down. And then from that, we've been able to create a more consistent habit. So whether that was them reading each evening, whether that was them working on a specific word count each day, it varies. And it's something we can work together if you'd like to go for my one-to-one mentoring program. I have my one-to-one mentoring program for confidence and writing mentoring. So if you are interested in this, and this is something you think you might qualify for, then you can apply. I will leave the links in the description, but we can have a quick chat to see if we can boost your confidence, help you get back that creativity, and lift up your motivation and consistent productivity on an ongoing basis. So if you're interested in that, I will leave the description and we can have a free phone call if this is something that might suit you. Thank you very much for watching today. I appreciate you as always. If you feel this could be beneficial to friends and family, then please share it with them, as well as giving this video a like, and you can subscribe to this channel if you'd like more videos like this as well. And don't forget, improve your self-esteem, improve the lives of others.